Welcome to Liberty, Texas. It's a small town with little hustle and bustle. Once it thrived, and now it's become another enigma on the western frontier. These days, many folks have abandoned the town since the gold ran out. There are still a few loyal members of this strange little town, and they happily enjoy their quiet life. However, things these days seem to be getting stranger and stranger. As we begin tonight's episode, we reflect on where we were. Owen, your character Payton is lying on the ground, as well as Benjamin. They both stare at this mysterious hooded figure. As they remove their hood, they look down at the both of you. They say, Payton, Benjamin, we have much to discuss.
I point and I'm like, alien!
I'm not an alien.
Well, what's there to discuss?
I point at him and go, Mexican! Is that offensive? Can I say that?
I don't know.
It's probably a little offensive. But we are here in Texas. So he says, no, what we have to discuss is I may need your help. Or rather, you may need mine.
What could I possibly need from you? Unless you're paying, in which case, yes, I do need your help.
He takes a few steps toward the both of you, touches you both on the shoulder, and says, come. Everything fades to black.
Crikey.
What in the world? What the heck, dude?
As the light returns to you, you're sitting on the second floor of an abandoned building in the middle of town. As this hooded figure, whose now hood is down, you can tell that, again, their eyes are this shining bluish silver, and their hair is not white, but very, very blonde. And they have, they're wearing very ragged clothes, but they're walking around kind of pacing, but they look like they're trying to tidy up a little bit. You both find yourself sitting in chairs with a cup in front of you. Liquid is in it. It is a brown liquid. And there's also a little plate of, snacks.
Is it coffee?
I don't know. You want to drink it?
Yes.
You take a sip of it, and it's not coffee.
Oh.
But it is the best cup of tea you've had in a long time.
Oh, nice.
These Americans don't make it right, but
They don't.
This tea reminds you of home.
Is he
Peyton,
British?
You want to take a sip of yours?
Before I take a sip, I'm gonna kind of whisper over and says, "How you feel?"
I don't know, but this is some really good tea, not coffee. It's tea, and it tastes British. I think this guy might be British.
You think so? What?
Wait, here, let me try something. Who do you salute, the Queen or George Washington?
What?
The figure continues to pace, ignoring the both of you, and says, I'm not British, and just keeps going.
Okay, he's not British.
Thank you so much for your assistance, Mr. Benjamin.
You're welcome.
And I'll take a sip of my tea.
Padden, you feel lied to. Because this is not tea. This is not coffee. This is a strong glass of whiskey. And
It's
it is
not
your
even new.
favorite flavor.
But I'm into it.
It's nice. It's a solid glass. tastes familiar, but it's a taste that you can't exactly place. But it reminds you of good times, and those have been long gone and few and far between.
Interesting.
So,
I think we just got to cut to the chase here and ask, who is this person?
yeah, what? Yes, who?
Are you asking me or are you asking them?
I was talking to Owen. I
would
was
concur
discussing our options.
I would agree.
Okay.
All right.
So, are you gonna ask or should I?
I'll ask.
Okay.
I look at the strange person and I say, "So, let's get down to business. Who are you?"
You see them stop, and they turn to face both of you. They are about 6 foot tall, and not super muscular, but they're also not thin. They seem to be very medium in all accounts of everything.
So this person could give a solid right hook.
Yeah, they could lay you out if they really needed to, but they're not like ripped and toned.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Say.
Let me write that down. Solid right hook.
They walk over to the both of you and they pull up a third chair and they sit down. And they go, "It's not necessarily a matter of who I am at this point. It's a matter of how close we are to stopping it."
All right. Listen here, Kemosabe.
What is a kemosabe?
I don't know. Just some range talk, but out on the range. But what exactly are you talking about?
You took my posting off the wall.
That's true.
Oh.
So that was you that posted that. I thought it must have been someone from town.
No, I had it posted. I knew that you two would pick it up.
How did you know that we would pick it up?
Because I know that you always attend that bar at that time.
Now I'm getting creeped out.
Listen, what is your name?
Payton. My apologies. There's so many of you. You must promise that if I tell you my name, you will not freak out.
He's speaking British now. I think he was lying about being not British.
You must promise not to freak out.
Definition of freak out, exactly.
You're not going to pull out your revolver and shoot me.
What about my rifle? I'm kidding.
Where do you normally store your rifle?
It's back at the cabin. I don't have it on me. I just have my revolver on my hip.
Okay.
All right. If you tell me who you are, I won't shoot you.
Payton, my name is Gladriel.
Like the angel.
Yes, that would be me.
Excuse me?
See.
I'd look over at Benjamin. I was like, did he just say he's an angel?
I think he did. Which means that the Pope is after us.
The Pope knows nothing. I'll go ahead and tell you that.
Well,
That man is crazy. But
doesn't take an angel to know that.
What I will tell you is that Payton, you may be the only one who is able to save this town.
Good for you, buddy. And I give him a slap on the back.
Benjamin, I don't know how you ever ended up here, or why you are now currently involved, but it seems the circumstance has arisen, and we may need your help as well.
Oh, did I lose you guys?
So, what exactly are you talking about? Saving the town? I mean, I understand it's failing, but I mean, I don't think it needs much saving.
What did I miss?
The town doesn't need much saving.
Have you not noticed the animals going missing?
The animals.
Well,
I mean,
I've heard a couple cowhands say that they think some coyotes or some lone stray dogs got a hold of a few of the head of cattle, but nothing to
Have you,
write home about.
have you not been to their fields and seen it?
Well, I don't really have much time to go to the fields with me being so busy with my business and all.
My apologies. He snaps, and now you're not sitting in a room anymore. You're standing in the middle of a field, looking at what probably used to be a cow.
oh, tasty.
Drake, hold on a second there, bud.
Sorry, lizard brain. Just comes and goes.
I understand. Wait a second, lizard.
What? No, nothing.
Okay then, we'll discuss this later. Excuse me. First off, how'd you do that?
How did I do what?
Well, seeing is as I woke up in the middle of a building, in the middle of town, and in the same occurrence, we are now staring at what appears to be a cow.
But once was a cow.
Correct.
I thought we were all under the understanding that I am a celestial being.
Yeah, he's an angel. So I mean, I think we're kind of past the this is weird part.
You might be.
I mean, I am, but I guess other people handle things differently.
Listen, I'm just trying to absorb. This is kind of a lot.
I mean, that's
But,
fair. When you live as long as I have, you get kind of used to it. But
Well, alrighty then. Enough, I guess.
More on the matter. Can we please focus?
yes,
Absolutely.
Does this look like the work of a coyote? Or perhaps a wild dog? Yes? You look at this cow. I'm not even going to make you roll for it.
Oh,
This-
even better.
This thing is torn to shreds. There are ribs missing. The entirety of it is cleared out. It is barely recognizable as this used to be an animal.
can I look for anything that might indicate that I did it? Because that is my first worry.
Investigate that mystery.
All right. 2d6.
Yup.
And then what is that? It's the bonus. It's
Here, roll again.
oh, did you steal mine?
No, you just typed it in wrong.
Oh, I did. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me pull up my character sheet first.
Mm-hmm.
I should have had that open earlier, but nope.
Oh, you're good.
Oh, I see what I did
Plus
wrong.
sharp.
All right. So that is a.
So you're investigating that mystery. What did you get again,
I
Taylor?
got a 4.
You got a 4.
And he was
Yeah.
investigating if it was him.
Yeah, I wanted to know if it
Failure.
was me.
So, you do find out that it is not the work of coyotes or wild dogs. This is very apparent that this is a monster.
Mm-hmm.
This is something that is not human, and it is not normal beast.
Okay. So, I'll investigate a mystery to try and see if I can find any significant clues.
All right, go ahead and roll investigate a mystery as well.
Alrighty. Oh no. Okay.
We are terrible.
Got a 3 with
Plus.
what is it? Sharp?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh no. That's a -1, my dude.
That is a 2. So that is also a failure. You also very clearly can discern that it was not wild dogs. It may have been coyotes. Like 3 packs of them all attacking at once. No matter how unlikely that idea sounds. It could have been, but you're not sure.
I can't make hide or tail about it. It this is rough. To a rough sight to behold.
Shall we return to my sanctum then?
Well, shoot, I guess.
I'm fine with that.
No one holds your breath. Then he snaps again and you're back in the house.
Well, that's a nifty way of getting around. Think you could teach me?
As you look back at Gladriel, you see him kind of get lightheaded and fall back into his chair.
Oh,
If it's gonna wind you that much, we should have just walked.
It does take a little bit to carry people with me.
So, you've been, I guess, studying these attacks for a little while. What is your theory on the matter?
I'm not really quite sure what it is. That is why I've come to you, Payton. We all know that you've investigated the abnormal. And I figured that maybe you would know what best describes this beast.
Well, how many head of cattle we talking been going missing?
Approximately, you see him stare up at the ceiling for a second, and his eyes seem to kind of roll back in his head. Approximately 14 cows, 3 donkeys, 2 horses, multiple felines, and 1 mutt, I believe you call them.
Now we've had our spurts of, pack of coyotes in the past, but nowhere near that number. Maybe a old mare or even a young calf, but
What's the time frame from the first one to the last?
This has been going on for several months.
has anybody else in town noticed anything?
The farmers tend to think they are just being crazy. And the ones who do understand that something is wrong, no one believes.
Who? Like who?
How do you mean? Like who?
Who are the people that no one believes?
Well, would you believe McGucket if you met him?
I mean, considering we have no other leads.
There is Old Man McGucket and I'm not sure how you pronounce these Earth last names. They are very strange.
Could you write it down?
Please write it down, please, will you?
And he writes it down. It is Senseney.
Cincinnati.
Yes. Senseney. Small family. Few daughters, a mother and a father, I believe. Maybe a few farmhand boys, but they seem to have been attacked the most.
Well, I guess
I don't know about you, partner, but that sounds like a good place to start.
I would agree with that. We should probably go check it out. Check out their ranch.
I believe you should. However, I am quite tired. You see, you see Gladriel attempt to stand up and immediately fall back in his chair. So I shall remain here. But
Well,
I can tell you the location of their farm is on the east side of town, on the outskirts of the city.
alrighty. Well, Mr. Drake, looks like we've got our first lead.
It
Let's
does
get
appear
going.
that way.
Let's get going before something else comes after the rest of the herd. So,
Whatever it is.
whatever it may be. So I guess we're gonna just start making our way east to the.
Yep,
Sounds good. Should we pick up your rifle first? You mentioned that you keep it.
You know what? Now that I've seen the actual result of the beast, I believe we should probably go pick that up.
Sounds good. And I have my sword with me, so I'm all set.
Oh, good for you. So we go to my little shack on the east side of town. Just happened to be on the way. How fortunate. We pick up my rifle, a little extra bit of ammunition, and we start making our way towards the ranch.
Okay.
So how big of a property do they have?
He said they were a small family. They're not the richest farmers in town, as rich as you can be in a town like this.
Yeah.
But this family used to own the majority of the land in the town.
Oh.
They used to be big stakeholders. And that's why they haven't really left. They stuck around because they invested all their money in all this land, and now that all the money's gone, all they have is land. So they were hoping they could maybe get something back out of it.
Well, I guess we can just head over to the main household and start. Hey,
Sounds
see if
like
we
a
can
plan.
see if we can find somebody to ask some questions.
So you head over to the ranch.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, there's a big gate surrounding the field and a small dirt driveway to a small little 2-story house. Sitting on the second story, looking out her window, is a redheaded girl. She's staring up the road and she notices you both. Girl is probably mid to late 20s.
Mm-hmm.
Young on. In the grand scheme of things.
So is she like ringing an alarm bell? Is she getting like yelling, "Ma, Pa, somebody's walking towards the house"? Like, what's going on? What's her deal?
She's just watching the two of you walk up the driveway, basically. Just staring at you. Not yelling, not moving.
Wait, she's staring at me? I'm going to stare back. Glare in the eyes.
Ben, you say that. Ben looks up at her, and he notices that she's not staring at Ben.
Oof. I can't even return a hateful glare.
Pad, you happen to glance up at the window, and you are immediately locked into this stare.
Well, I kind of whisper over at Benjamin. I said, "That's a mighty fine drink of water we got going on there."
And a little smirk curls across her face, and then she disappears from the window.
I saw a person, not a water. Are you okay?
That's just.
I mean, is the heat getting to you?
It's just a saying we have around here.
Oh. Okay.
So,
That makes no sense, but okay.
it's you'll learn. Anyways, onward, I guess. to the
To the front door.
to the front door.
As you both begin to approach the door, before you make it there, the door swings open. Out walks the young girl you saw in the window, along with a larger man. He's not larger as in heavy, but larger as in fit, strong.
Mm.
This is obviously the man of the house.
Ah.
I eye him up. I want to know if I can beat him up.
He is one of those people who is about on par with Marcus as far as reputation goes in this town.
Okay.
Oh.
So maybe not yet. I'll have to do some push-ups.
I'd say we
would
hold
have
up.
to say probably no.
I'll have to
say
do
we-
some push-ups and then come back.
And he
Listen,
looks
man,
at the both of you and goes, "What can I do you two boys for?"
Oh, well, first, introduction, of course. My name is, Payton Holiday. This is my compatriot, partner, comrade, dare I say, Benjamin Drake. And, we heard that you guys, had a bit of a situation, a problem, I dare say, with, your livestock being slaughtered and mangled.
Now, who's going running around telling people that we're having problems with livestock?
Oh,
Galadriel
well.
the Angel.
As he says that, he cuts his eyes at the girl and she just kind of rolls her eyes and starts to walk away. She starts walking towards the field. But he's still standing there. We don't have much problems at all here. We've had a few animals go missing is all. There's no proof anything happened. I would prefer to just keep quiet. And you can tell that he's kind of nervous, but he's fairly calm, fairly cool.
Mm-hmm. And now, sir, if keeping the situation quiet is your main concern, then you don't have to worry about any loose lips around here. But we have our sources, and I do believe you and I both know that the situation that you're in is a bit unusual.
Did you say Holiday was your name?
Yes, sir.
The Marshall Holiday.
I was in a previous life.
You're just the man I needed to see.
What was your name, sir?
His name is Michael.
Like the angel?
Oh my gosh.
Named after,
Sir.
yes. Unfortunately, no relation.
Well,
I just kind of scratch my head because this is a bit suspicious now.
Michael. What's your family's name? Cincinnati? I'm drawing a blank here.
Now, this man is in his 50s, 60s, probably.
Mm-hmm.
So he's old enough to be your father.
Oh my.
Little Payton.
Oh my.
You don't remember me, do you?
I don't mean to offend you, sir, but I cannot say that I can place the name or the face.
Oh, it has been a long time since you've come round.
I kind of look at Payton and I'm like, dude, what did you do?
I look
And
back
all
at...
of a sudden, that redheaded girl looks a lot more familiar.
Oh. Cincinnati. Where have I heard that name before? Oh no.
Your father was a good man, Payton.
I'd say he was.
He expected you to make something of yourself. To be a marshal. To be a real man. I see that you accomplished that goal.
Oh, well. Some would agree, some would disagree, of course.
I'm just sorry that your father wasn't around to see it.
Well. War tends to do that to people.
Yes, it does. You see him take his hat off, and you can tell his face is beginning to look a little bit more and more familiar. He wasn't in your battalion or even really in your branch, but you grew up with this family. Or at least near them. And you always had a strange feeling that his eldest daughter kind of had a thing for you.
Well, I'm not quite sure what you mean. Wait, I don't know what you mean. Hold on a minute. Hold on a second. The Cincinnati family?
Now you remember. And he not runs, but closes the gap between the two of you and picks you up.
Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, well.
I just kind of like flinch back, like I'm ready to fight, but I don't want to fight because I'm worried. But once I see that it's good, I'm chill.
Yeah.
Start breathing. I'm calm. We're good.
It's all right, Benjamin. It's all right. He's an old friend of mine.
All right. Well, Danielle knows the way around this farm, and I suppose as long as you have your chaperone here, nothing should be askew.
Oh.
So I'm gonna head back inside and see if I can't help the missus clean up a little bit. And he winks at you and turns around and walks back inside. And Danielle stands leaning against the corner of the house, looking at you like you are an idiot, basically. I mean, I was trying to look for a nice way to say that, and there's not. She's just looking at you like, wow, you're thick. And not in a good way.
Dummy thick.
Yeah, well,
I'm gonna nudge Payton and be like, bro, if you want me to get lost for a bit,
no,
I understand.
No, you listen. For professional reasons, you need to stay close.
Oh yes, of course.
Unless, of course,
goes, are you two gonna flirt all day, or am I gonna show you what happened? Staring straight at Payton Holiday.
So I'm gonna take my hat off, put it over my chest, and say, "Well, how are you, Miss Danielle?"
I'm fine, doing just fine.
Oh well, nothing's gonna get done with us standing, getting sunburnt, so might as well get a move on. See what all the fuss is about.
Give us a little insight into Payton's head right now. How's he feeling?
Sweating bullets.
I noticed I could smell it.
Listen.
You notice she is cool as a cucumber. Just smiling, giving that little smirk that you recognize more and more with each second you have to look at it.
Oh, man.
You realize this may have been a little more than you were prepared for, and you might have just bitten off a little bit more than you could chew.
I would agree with that statement, Mr. Narrator. Anyways, sorry. Anyways, I've stared down rifle barrels.
But I was not prepared for this.
I was not ready for this one.
So, anyway, you follow Danielle out to the field, and she takes you to a couple of spots. And again, you just see these smears, basically, of what used to be an animal.
So, well, I mean, shoot, we pull up to the next one. Might as well try to investigate a mystery again and see what's going on.
I'd say investigate a mystery. It's a good choice.
Dude, I cannot roll for anything today.
What'd you get?
I got a 3.
Make sure
you get a -1, right? So
every time you fail.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. I get to mark the 1 experience,
So,
too.
have either one of you leveled up yet? When you mark all
No.
of your all 5 experience, you level up.
No, I'm 1 away.
Okay.
You're 1 away? How do
Yeah.
you keep failing?
So you failed. So you're actually walking along, kind of talking to Danielle. Not a moment seems to have passed from the last time the two of you have talked. And Benjamin's pointing in as he can. And as you walk, she begins to go, "Oh, watch!" Before she can finish her sentence, your leg slides out from under you as you stepped in the smear.
Oh.
And you plop down. Not in it, luckily. But you have made a fool of yourself. And she proceeds to laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh at you.
Oh, man.
And
Well,
you lay there, staring at the sky, wondering why God has let you live.
So, I noticed that these two are kind of doing their own thing. So, I'm going to actually go over, I'm going to investigate this sucker, and I'm not going to fail.
All right. Roll investigative mystery.
6. So, I do fail, but...
Well, what's your plus?
What's your modifier?
It's 0.
Oh.
So
6. So that's a failure.
Oh, God.
I will say, you're looking around and you think you're onto something, and then you notice something out of the corner of your eye.
Ooh. Can I investigate that too?
It's another little patch of red out in the field. Doesn't match the grass. It doesn't match the plants. You look up. How old did you say Ben looks? Not how old he is. We know
he looks like he's mid-20s. It's like peak physicality.
Holy smokes.
But he is definitely a couple thousand years old.
You age well.
So, this girl is probably late teens. Like 17, 18, 19, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Again, beautiful. The only reason you can tell that her and Danielle aren't twins is because Danielle looks a little older.
I'm not interested. I'm looking for clues.
This girl is just kind of like watching you. And you might think that you're not watching.
I stare down. I'm picking a fight here.
You're a little distracted. You're a little distracted. It's been a long time since you've seen a redhead that caught your eye like that.
There aren't many redheads where I'm from, so yes, that's fair.
Yeah. And it's not that you're necessarily like, ooh, you're like, hey.
Oh my.
Hey. It's not like you're like, oh, hey. It's just, hey. Who's that?
How you doing?
Stranger like danger.
A squirrel moment. Yeah, very much a stranger danger, but what are you doing? Who are you?
What you want?
But Danielle does take you to all the spots, and you learn that. I mean, it is very strategic in the way it takes these animals out.
When you say strategic, like what's the are there any evidence or signs of there being a pack, or does it look to be, kind of one creature?
It would be hard to say that one animal could do what is happening. But you've never seen a pack of animals be able to do this to an animal. This looks almost, from back in the wartime, this almost looks like a bear mauling. Nearly.
Do you get many bears around here?
No, those are up north.
We've had one bear in town one time, and it was with the circus, Danielle says.
There you go, Mr. Benjamin.
Interesting. So what you're telling me is we have a case of an escaped bear. I kind of rub my hands like I've solved this case. Cracked it wide open.
No.
I take it he's the bronze of this operation.
Oh, well.
Right at you, Payton.
Well, I'd say it's a shared bronze and brains operation.
It's very clear that you two share the brains.
We've just been investigating for the past couple rolls, and we've accomplished nothing.
Is it possible for me to investigate a mystery again? Shoot.
I'll say investigate.
You know what? I'm gonna help you.
With this
I'm gonna help you. We gotta get
mystery
this.
Roll.
What is
Hold
it?
on. With this investigative mystery roll, I'm gonna say you're gonna ask Danielle if she's seen anything or what she knows,
All right. Well, I'll
I'm gonna help him.
rather
I'm gonna
than
help him.
checking out smear spots on the ground.
Well, that's from my boot there, sir.
And then here's my help. Oh yeah.
There you go.
Help out. That's a cool, right?
I like
Since
that.
-1, so that's a 9.
So, I guess I'd look over at Danielle and ask her. So, what do you think exactly is going on around here?
On a 7 and 9 on a help out, you do give him a +1. So what did you roll, Owen?
5.
You rolled a 5 total.
Oh no, a 6 total.
6 total. Luckily, his 9 gives you a +1, so that bumps it up to a 7 total.
Uh-huh.
So you don't fail your investigative mystery. However, during this, Ben is kind of like trying to help you out and kind of trying to rephrase things, and also slips on that same smear.
Oh, joy.
Hits the ground. You boys can't help but be off your feet, can you? Danielle asks.
I slipped. Okay, I'm kicking the cow.
You're kicking the body.
I'm kicking the cow corpse.
He's kicking the smear.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm kicking the smear.
All right. Okay.
Benjamin, please calm down. In the presence of a lady.
I'll tell you this, Payton. I've seen it.
Seen
I've
what?
seen what did this.
Well, what was it?
Oh, I don't know really what it was. You get one question on a 7 and 9 out of what happened here. What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can hurt it? Where did it go? What was it going to do? And what is being concealed here?
I want to say, what was one of the questions? What was it?
What sort of creature is it?
I think that would be the most
I'd
helpful.
say that would be the most helpful question.
Okay.
The other one that does make sense is where did it go? But I think if we know what it is, that kind of helps a lot.
Yeah, let's figure out what it is first, and then we can kind of scope out the situation.
Yes, well, I never got close enough to tell you exactly what it is, but I'll tell you what I saw. What it was large and dark, with bright red eyes that shone like the moon on a cloudless night. And it had horns like a goat, but the maw of a lion. And this thing was no small animal, I'll tell you that, Payton. I'll tell you that.
Horn of a goat, and it's got a lion's face. So like a chimera? I'm thinking chimera now.
I'm kind of leaning towards is it chupacabra?
Chupacabra? Isn't that like a little dog, cat, rodent thing?
Well.
Roll 2d6 plus sharp for me.
Oh,
there,
no.
Payton.
We are so bad.
It's a 5 with my -1 sharp.
We should have gotten a smart character.
Okay, mark experience.
No, well,
Did
I've
you level up?
Yeah.
We leveled up. Okay,
Dun, da,
level
da,
up.
da, da, da.
We're going to do this really quick, and then we'll get back in the story. Leveling up. Once you filled them all, you level up. So you go over to the level up, and you click one of those improvements. You get to pick one of the improvements.
Okay.
And after you've leveled up 5 times, then you get to go on to the advanced improvements.
Oh, no. Oh, my.
More sharp
So
question mark?
just pick.
More sharp.
Yeah.
100%.
Plus 1 to all of your things is a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times you can take extra moves from your class.
That could be good as well.
Let's see. Sorry, I'm pulling it up. Come on, buddy. You can do it. I believe in you. Can you read it off to me?
I don't have your
I think it's
sheet
different
pulled
for all
up.
of them.
It is different for each one of them.
But
Here, I can pull
I'll
it
say
up,
this.
I think.
You were trying to remember what, like, you know that you've heard a creature like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's big, it's hairy, it's dark, like black, shiny red eyes, horns, maw of like a cat, but you just can't place it. You just can't quite place it.
It's a were-cougar
Oh, where
with
cougar,
horns.
he says.
Were-cougar with horns.
Oh, golly. All right.
You're the expert, right?
I'm the professional.
He's
Oh,
the
the
professional.
Leveling up.
And
All
I'll
right.
say this.
Oh, did you
while
get there?
you're-
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
While
there.
you're looking to level up, because I want to cut the break here for a second.
All right.
So as you're all kind of discussing this and as you're thinking really, really hard, out of nowhere, you hear a shotgun go off and a loud roar. Hey guys, thanks again so much for joining us on How the Dice Roll. We are officially titling this adventure and this arc of our story High Noon Saloon. We really appreciate you guys listening and working through this with us. And any and all sharing of this podcast would be extremely helpful and really, really appreciated. And right now we don't really have a lot of ways to get this out to people so people hear about it. So word of mouth is really kind of our only advertisement method. So the more that you share and the more that you talk about it, the more that we can get people in and listening to this, and then we can do and make more stuff. Our first NPC character that we've named after a fan is Danielle. We used her name in the episode. Thank you so much for supporting the show. You're really, really appreciated, and we're going to try to continue using your character as much as we can. And now, actually, starting today, we have a Twitter page up. It's called How the Dice Roll. It's at DiceHow on Twitter. Find us. And anybody who wants their name in our show, share our podcast. Like us and follow us on Twitter. Tweet at us using the hashtags HDR, all caps, or hashtag High Noon Saloon, so that we know that you're enjoying our content and that we can give back to you, my bad, so that we can make you a part of this whole thing. Again, I want to thank you guys so, so much for all your support and all of your praises and constructive criticism through all of this as we continue to grow and move forward. But right now, let's get back into that episode. All right,
Alrighty.
we're back. The last thing you remember hearing is 2 gunshots and a roar. You hear Danielle turn on her heels, scream, run as she takes off toward the house. What are you doing?
Shoot, man.
Drawing my sword.
Well, Ben, I don't know if we're prepared enough to handle such a beast.
You hear
Why?
another
I've got a
gunshot.
sword.
Oh gosh.
So are we running or are we gonna fight?
Shoot. Well, I guess. Well, I'll load my gun up. Let's do it. Let's load this sucker up.
Okay.
All right. Guess.
So you begin taking off from the sound of the gunshots. Take off in that direction. As you arrive there, you see Michael standing there with his double barrel aimed in what little there is of a tree line. And back up in the forest, about 50 feet, you see a shape. It's exactly as Danielle described it. Large, very feline face, horns. And as you stare at it, you begin to hear.
Oh, dude. Come on now.
And it takes off back up into the woods,
Oh, it's running away.
back up towards the mountains.
Oh, good job. You scared it off.
Well, that's probably for the best, anyways.
Absolutely. Completely agree.
Michael whips around, pointing the gun up in the air. What are you two fools doing out here?
Well, we were coming to help.
Can't you see I got this handled?
I see that now.
Where is Danielle?
She's safe.
You see him just turn on his heels and head back up toward the house.
By the way, where did she go?
She started running toward her house.
Oh, okay. Okay.
She was not about to follow either one of you into danger.
Smart girl.
Quite.
Anyways.
Boring.
Well. Anyways.
I guess we could follow Michael. Or we could go hunt it. Ooh, so we could either stake it out with help.
Mm-hmm.
That could work.
Oh, well.
Because it seems to attack them a lot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do know that this property has been attacked more than any other property.
Well, I mean, do we want to at least check out the fresh side of the attack?
I mean, I'm all down.
All right. Well, I'm all right with that.
Let's do it.
Let's check out the side of wherever Michael shot the shotgun.
All right. I'm going to keep my sword drawn.
It doesn't look like he's moved. Had moved much from where he was shooting at it. So you do find the two shells lying on the ground.
Okay.
You know the direction the beast was.
So if
All right.
Let's
Can we just start heading out to the woods and look for where the bullets hit?
see if.
Yep, that'll be an investigative mystery roll.
Here.
All right. Get ready to fail.
You do it for you go first. And check
Roll.
Check it out.
2d6. Boom. 12.
Yo.
I got this. It's go time.
Alrighty, you got a 12. That is impressive. So on a 12, you get to hold two questions. You get to ask two questions. What happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can hurt it? Where did it go? What was it going to do? And what is being concealed here?
Okay. I want to know what was it going to do and where did it go?
No, can we deliberate?
No.
Okay,
he
yeah,
already
we can
chose his two questions.
Oh.
Okay. Did you want to know what it was?
Well,
I mean, we already got a description.
I would love to know where it was and also what hurts it.
I mean, I don't know how we're gonna get that from bullet shots. But...
Well,
I'll give you. You can keep. What was it going to do and where did it go? Or you can trade one of those for what can hurt it.
Benjamin, this is
I'll
your
give you
call. Go right ahead, figure it out.
So my reasoning is that we won't be able to figure out what hurts it from. Well, maybe we would. Maybe like a stick fell on it and it like poked it.
Or maybe, just maybe, it got shot?
I mean, if it got shot, it's kind of a moot point because we can just shoot it.
Yeah, I mean, that is
So-
true.
I think I'm going to stick with what was it going to do and where did it go?
Your call. I'm in.
It seems like the intent and the expression on Michael's face was that this was not the first time he had seen this monster. He was not expecting this to be the last time he would see this thing. So you get the feeling that what it was going to do was either it was coming for Michael and his family, or it was coming for more of his animals. Now, where did it go? You saw it head up in the woods, and you know, out of the bare amount of woods that are available out here in Liberty, that it headed up toward the mountain. That's what it looked like. It was heading in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I kind of doubt that its only goal is animals if it came here multiple times.
Yeah.
There's plenty of animals around, right?
Well, you got to remember, Liberty is a very small town, and a lot
That's
of people
true.
have left. So,
And we could just be close to where it lives.
And
yeah,
it
there's
could,
also that.
It could be an opportunistic hunter.
That's also true.
Well, shoot. Would it hurt for me to investigate a mystery?
It could not hurt.
Well, I'm about to find it. Oh my gosh.
Also, I want to tell you guys it's probably also about 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening, so the sun is starting to set.
Oh man.
Okay, so it is a nocturnal
Or
creature.
evening. I rolled a 4, so I'm just not even gonna try. I'm not even gonna.
That's a 4.
I'm not even gonna try.
You do fail.
Obviously.
What you do know is there is a monster, and it went that way. You think.
Maybe. We don't know.
We don't know. We just have, broken tree limbs and blood. But
Can I
want
talk
you
to Michael?
both to roll 2d6 plus
Alright.
sharp right now.
dude, you are killing me.
7.
Or plus
And then-
weird, whichever one is better for you.
Ooh, plus weird. That's 10.
Oh snap! I got a 7 plus weird. So I'm gonna go with my plus 0 for sharp. So I'll deal with the 7.
I got 10.
Mm-hmm. Okay. With a 7, you're struggling. You kind of remember. You know this thing is known for its call.
Mm-hmm.
You're not. You can't
Banshee.
100% place it,
Is it?
but you know that it is known by its call.
Is it a?
With a 10, there, Benjamin. With
Yeah.
how old you actually are. You've been around the block. You studied
I have.
into America before you had to move here. You know exactly what this thing is because you knew that it had a possibility of being in the area when you got here. This is an Ozark Howler.
Hey.
Oh my goodness.
So we were right. He just wasn't telling us.
Oh, you hush. Oh man, that's not good.
Hey, Owen, you want to know what the name of that audio was?
What was it?
Ozark Howler.
Of course it was. Of course it was.
Thank you, Google. I feel like I cheated now, though.
Gotta love Google.
Oh yeah, for sure. All right, so now we've figured. Oh, that's enough. Knock it off. I don't like that, dude. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. It's too late for that junk. Well.
What are you talking about? I didn't play anything.
Oh. Don't make me come down to Georgia and smite your hind end. Anyways.
Can we talk to Michael real quick?
Yeah, I'd like to talk to Mr. Michael.
Yeah, y'all can head back up to the house and talk to Michael.
All right.
Let's talk to Michael then.
I would like to talk to Michael.
Michael was on the back porch cleaning out his gun after firing his 2 shots.
G'day, Michael.
Oh my god.
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Go ahead and shoot, but I don't know why you're using a funny accent.
Okay then. Well, I was just wondering if you knew anything about this thing, which I'm pretty sure is an Ozark Howler at this point.
You saw the howler.
Oh yes, right after you shot out at it, and then we came running by, and he was there, and then he ran
You know,
away.
most people don't believe that thing exists.
It's hard to.
Well, you live as long as I do, and you realize some things aren't always as they seem to be.
You keep saying that you're old, but you can't be more than
Son,
27.
you've
Oh,
barely lived life. When you've lived out on this farm for as long as I have, and that howler keeps coming around, you know that something's fishy when it starts doing a little bit more than it used to.
that's true.
Now,
So,
what do you
do you
mean?
have any idea what that different thing could be?
What I mean is, it used to come take one cow, and it'd be leave me alone for a month or two. And I could lose a cow here and there, and that'd be fine. But now it seems to be getting a little bit bolder, coming out more in the daytime. It seems to be more wild. Not even sure it's the same one at this point.
Now, Mr. Michael, how many years have you been dealing, harboring, dare I say, with this howler?
I've been dealing with this howler since 1875, I do believe.
Wow, almost 12 years.
Yes, and it seemed we had an understanding. He would take a few cows here and there. He would leave me and my family alone and would not mess with our town.
Now, I
Mm.
presume this was an unspoken agreement.
Seeing as I don't think that thing would want to be anywhere close to me with my gun, it was very unspoken.
Ah,
In my family, we have a saying: beasts don't just not bother people for long. I mean, they worded it more eloquently. I haven't really talked to them in a while, but
but
it's along those
I was
lines.
about to say you're a very straightforward people.
Yeah.
Mm.
Um,
Now, look, boys, I know that you're curious and I appreciate your help out there, but it is supper time and I do need to go back inside and eat with my family. I hope you two both do the same. You know where to find me. He grabs his gun, closes his cleaning kit, and heads inside. And I assume you're both leaving. You're not just going to chill on the property.
I what be
I'm willing to bet it's gonna come back.
think so?
I mean, maybe.
Well,
I mean, he did take a shot at it, so maybe it won't come back tonight. But
that's my understanding. Also, I think what we should do is we should go back and kind of see what we know and see if we can't figure something out on how to maybe
we
even
could talk
capture
to
it.
Gladriel.
Absolutely, yeah, we should do that. Actually, I agree with that.
I just really wish
So what are you
I wish
doing?
we had knew a way to find out if it was gonna come back. Like,
Hmm.
you know, because if
So
it
what
does
are you
come
doing?
back, then we're gonna miss it.
Listen, I think with what has just transpired, it would be foolish for the creature to come back. And I think we should go gain as much information from our celestial friend and try to see if there's maybe a weakness, something that'll actually hurt it, put it down for good.
I mean, we got guns.
Yeah, we got guns, but that thing has claws and it's got speed. And
I mean,
who knows, that might be more than one. I mean, you heard
that's
you
true.
heard you heard Michael say himself. It used to maybe only take one or two a month, maybe one or two every couple months, and now it's the number has grown substantially. So we might
I
be.
will say, with those smears, you can tell that it's not eating everything off of them.
It's just killing for the fun of it.
It's hunting
That
for
was
sport.
almost I was killing for the fun of it.
I say your accent does change quite a bit.
That was an accident.
And as you're both standing outside deliberating on what to do, something hits you in the back of the head, Holiday.
Oh. Well,
I laugh.
What was that?
You turn around and you see Danielle standing on the porch tapping her foot.
Well, Miss Danielle, how are you this evening?
Mr. Holiday,
Uh,
still just tapping her foot, looking at you like you murdered her puppy.
well, I'm sorry about the puppy, but we've got bigger plans. We got bigger problems. No. Benjamin, I'm not entirely sure how to handle the situation. What do you think we should do?
I pick up a stick and I wave it around threateningly.
She turns and looks at your associate there, Holiday, rolls her eyes and says, "Well, aren't you two just as smart as a game of ping pong?"
What?
You just proved her point,
I just
son.
look at Payton and I'm just like, dude, you're into this?
She says, "Well, I can see that you both definitely do share the brains of this operation.
I'd say.
You also both don't know how to listen." She throws something else at your head.
Now,
You realize now that it's crumbs of bread,
sh-
just wadded up.
she's just throwing bread at me now.
Yeah.
What in the world, man?
When I tell you to run, Holiday, I mean run away, not at the danger. What are you going to do? Get yourself killed?
Oh, well. I'd say in my younger days I ran towards danger quite a few times and I'm still here.
She walks down there and grabs you by your tie, pulls you down eye level with her. She says, "But now you're older, which means you should have more sense." Now that you're down on level with her, she lets go of your tie and goes, "Don't go putting yourself in danger when I'm around. Because if it doesn't kill you, I will." And she smacks you. No harm, but enough to jostle you. And she turns around and walks inside. Prime, Mateo. Prime.
Oh gosh, I hate both of you. I hate both of you.
Why do you hate me? I didn't do anything.
Oh. Anyways,
So what are you doing?
shoot, I'm heading back to the saloon. That's what I'm doing. I need a drink.
Bright-eared and bright-faced, heading back to the saloon.
I'm heading back to the saloon and drinking.
Which saloon are you going to?
The High Noon Saloon.
All right, Dave is behind the bar waiting on you.
Well, Dave,
Mr. Holiday, I hadn't seen you that red in a long time.
oh gosh, I believe.
Ben just kind of snickers.
I guess you heard who I'm working for these days.
No, I haven't. I just noticed you come in here redder than a tomato.
Oh well.
And you notice he's hiccuping a little bit, so
Oh, have you been drinking your own stock
might
again,
be.
Dave?
he might be drinking a little bit of his own stock. You notice the bar isn't that busy.
Oh, well then I can forgive
Now,
Dave
what
for
I
that.
do on my free time is my own business,
Oh well.
boy.
Well, by all means, continue to mind your own business. and I'll tend to mine.
Fair enough, Holiday. Fair enough. What can I get for you?
I'll just have two strong ones, please.
Right as he's about to pour it, Galadriel walks in the door. He'll have nothing
Oof.
of the sort. Holiday, Drake, I need you both immediately.
Oh well.
He turns around and walks back
Can I
out of the
get
saloon.
one?
I'll have a
He
sarsaparilla
quickly-
to go.
He quickly rolls his eyes. Dave goes, it's on the house, boys. Pours 3 shots, grabs one of them, takes one himself, and turns around.
Martini shaken, not stirred.
Oh my gosh, what is a martini?
I don't know. I just
There are
thought
two-
it
there's
sounded
just-
British.
There's 2 shots sitting on the bar.
I'm grabbing both of them. They're both mine. I need both of them.
I reach for one and you like take it away and I'm like, dang it! I kick your chair.
He pours another one for you, Ben.
Oh, thanks, Dave. And I grab it. And
No
go.
problem. Leave your glasses here this time, though, please. Can't have you stealing all my glasses.
Oh well, you know I always
Dave,
bring
you
them
know
back.
me. I always bring you back some glass that might be
I'm
shattered.
still missing the one from the other day. From the
Well, you know,
swamp.
Dave. Dave, look. You know what, Dave? And I just run out the door.
We just start walking. Hey,
Galadriel's
Dave's
waiting
gonna
on the
come back to
porch
bite
for
us in the
you.
butt
Oh,
one of these days. He's
maybe.
gonna be like,
oh man.
So what did you boys discover on your time out?
Oh well.
"It's a cougar with horns."
Wait, before we say anything, snaps and you're all in the room.
Oh golly.
You know, we could just walk. I mean, I'm cool with walking.
And also, doesn't that put a strain on you?
This room is warded so that no one can find the entrance. The only
Oh.
way into here is through doing this.
Well, that's
I mean, that's fair enough.
quite an effective way to remain private. Anyways,
Yes, it ensures my privacy.
well, I'd say so. Now, Drake, what exactly? You were the one that kind of put 2 and 2 together. What exactly are we dealing with here?
Yeah, so it's an Ozark howler, or as I like to call it, a cougar with horns.
Mm.
It's like the size of a bear, and it fights stuff real good.
Now that you know what it is, there, Payton, I'm going to go ahead and tell you both what you know about the Ozark Howler.
All right.
Okay.
Especially Payton, because you've studied these things.
I'm surprised.
You remember.
I'm surprised I couldn't tell by the
I mean, it's
sound.
fair enough. You were a bit distracted.
You were a bit distracted while you were out today.
You got me with that one.
So the Ozark Howler is also known as the Hoo-Hoo and the Nightshade Bear, or the Devil Cat.
Oh.
It's a legendary creature purported to live in areas of Texas, Oklahoma, Missouri, and Arkansas. It's typically described as being bear-sized, obviously, with stocky legs, glowing red eyes, and very prominent horns. Its cry is described as being a combination of a wolf's howl, an elk's bugle, and the laugh of a hyena. Now, they're not sure what this might be, but some believe that they are related to the dark dog of death from British folklore, which are just hellhounds. There have been multiple sightings throughout history, especially in the earlier 1800s. They became much more prominent. But, you know these things to be fact. And you know that there is more than one in those 4 states. They tend to grow up in a pack, but males tend to go off on their own after about a year or 2 when they mature and begin to grow. to their large bear size.
Oh, maybe 12 years ago it was a male one, but then a female one came too, because like mating and stuff. and now the female one's like way more aggressive.
Well, that tends to happen. Mama bear will always provide for the
You
cubs.
mess with my cubs, and I'm a beat you, is what they usually say.
Mm-hmm. Something along those lines,
Yeah.
pretty sure. Yeah.
I'd say it's right along with the vernacular.
Mm-hmm. So, as you all sit around the room and discuss plans for what is going to happen as you begin to hunt and to track this Ozark howler as you've identified, the sun begins to set on another day, and this oddity seems to become more and more real as the weird things in this town keep adding up to higher and higher heights. We look to the west and we watch the light fade as a loud roar pours over the valley, pierces every ear in Liberty that night. And so until next time, guys, let's keep those dice rolling.